Hello and welcome to HRL World of Outlaw Season 4, last Moto of our Grand Finals here. So get over to our drivers, and we're going to take just a moment here at the beginning of this Moto, as we always do whenever it's a Grand Finals situation, and give you a quick update on the points going into this race, as that's always, something you should probably know. So, going into this final Moto, Luke is leading the field with 76, Detail's second with 74, and then Armada and Soul are actually in a podium tie with 67 a pop. And then Turkey is behind them by a bit now with 63. Opix with 57. And then, of course, Vulcan and Real Deal are going to be 7th and 8th, tagging out of the field early in this one. So not going to go through their points, but they're 7th and 8th, Vulcan and Real Deal. But yeah, so pretty close. Obviously, Luke or Detail could still win it. It's going to be between them for the overall win, and then Armada and Soul. Very competitive there for third, and it's probably between them. Turkey 4 points down. It's going to be tough. Turkey's going to need to win the Moto to make that interesting, but even then, even if he does win the Moto, it's going to be hard to overtake them at this point, so it'll be interesting. Opix is probably securely in his 6th place. I don't think he can overtake. It's going to be very difficult. He would literally need to win the race and have, like, Turkey finish last, and then he could, like, get a tiebreaker with Turkey. That's the best he could do, so he's probably locked into his spot. Turkey is also most likely locked into his spot, but again, Armada and Soul are literally tied, and Luke and Detail are very close. So we still have some awesome points battles going on into this last Moto, which is what you love to see. That's what you're hoping for in a Grand Finals. You don't want it to be, like, basically locked up at this point. That's pretty lame, So let's do it. We're going to have Turkey on the front row, and then Detail to his left. Opix, Luke, Armada, and Soul. Let's go on board with Soul, taking his 3rd Moto win of the season in that last Moto. Green flag. And his first Moto win in the Grand Finals. And again, I like that restart. And see if it works out for him here. It's a pretty clever move on the start of the race to try to get some track position. It's a really nice way to enter the corner as well. So we have Turkey and Armada. Oh, the shot from Luke to the inside there as well. Opix out of the track. Oh, and Soul just gets rode up the wall a little too high. Just a little too high. And that'll probably bring out our first caution here. Remember, 55 laps at good old Yokohama Speedway here. Close it out. Green flag.
Lap complete.
Pretty clean on that restart. Most of the field side by side still in their positions, but now things are starting to swap out a little bit.
Lap complete.
Oh, and Detail's going to bring Opix to the inside here. Oh, that was spooky. I bet Opix was full clench on that one because that was really close to the rock, but it ends up working out really well for him. Goes all the way up to now battling for second. Gets a little too close to the wall. Detail gets involved. Luke makes some contact. I think Turkey hits as well. That's like over half the field in this field, so definitely a caution on that one. That is for sure. If there ever was a caution in this field, it was that one. It was that one. Go green. On board with Detail, going to try to work his way back to the front here, see how he plays this restart. A little bit different than Soul. He decides to ride the momentum of that wall all the way around the turn and then go for that turn 2 momentum. Worked out really well, except he had a slight tap with the inside of the rock there, and that kind of costed him there because his turn 1 and 2 momentum was great, but he kind of costed himself in turn 3 there, so he's going to have to regain off that one. But Soul has done a great job of carrying his momentum, and he's sending it all the way up there. Armada's trying to hold on to the lead. Turkey is taking it as well, and again, Turkey trying to regain because Turkey is pretty good at this track. Like, he probably should have finished on podium last Moto, and then it just, unfortunate end of the race. And Turkey is, back at it, showing that he can definitely work that front of the pack on this track. So even if he can take a win here to redeem for that last Moto, and it would help. It would help. Again, it's going to be hard for Turkey to take a spot, to take another spot at this point. But if he were to do it, if he were to take another spot in the points, he would absolutely, I think, need to win this Moto and, you know, hope that Armada or Soul finish pretty far back, which is not the most unlikely thing. Like, both of those things absolutely could happen. I mean, it's only a 6-car field at this point. Who the hell knows what can happen at the end of the race, right? Like, that can absolutely happen, not out of the realm of possibility at all. So Turkey's just going to have to put his head down, focus in on the rest of this race, see if he can lock up the Moto win this time around. And so far, he's doing a pretty good job. But he's got a hungry Armada behind him as well. And you got to think Armada's also taken a Moto win. He's had a pretty good grand final so far. And he's battling for a podium position in the points. You know, when was the last time that Armada's been battling for a podium position in the points? It's pretty cool to see. And, you know, he's definitely got a chance at it here. But he's also got Soul, who's right now in third, who also wants that podium position in the points. Remember, that was a really nice slide job out of detail right there, taking that 4th place. But yeah, like in the regular season, they were all battling for it. It was like Armada, Soul, and Turkey were 3 of the drivers that were battling for that podium spot. And in the end, it was actually Turkey that got it. So now Armada and Soul are actually in the favorable position here in the grand finals to take that podium spot. And you got to think that they want it after losing it out to Turkey in the regular season. You got to think that they want that spot. You know, get a nice performance in them and show that if we go back to World of Outlaw in the future, which I'm sure we will. I mean, this shit's way too much fun. I'm sure we will. That they will be a contender when we return to it. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's been green for a minute. We're actually getting a really good green flag run here, which is nice to see. Whitewater, maybe the green flag runs were a little too much, but then Chile, it was just so heavy on the cautions. And then the first race here was a little bit mixy, but still a decent chunk of cautions. And it looks like in the second moto, we finally gotten that Chile, those Chile freaking nerves out, and that just caution fest out of the driver's system here a little bit. And, you know, starting to settle up, starting to get some green flag runs. And actually, Soul has overtaken Armada for a second here, and now Detail is trying to take the spot as well. So Armada falling back a little bit. Meanwhile, Turkey's just maintaining his gap, doing a great job in the lead. Oh, and Detail runs it a little too high for Armada as we were having that green flag run. That'll definitely bring out a caution. Unfortunate for Armada, but on the bright side, we're only just now getting close to the halfway point of this race, and again, not the biggest field at this, you know, at this point. So definitely still a chance for Armada to bring it back. Green flag. Race is certainly not over for him. Detail is actually bringing it to the lead. Potentially, he's going to battle with Turkey, sending it to the inside. Showing Turkey that he's got some fight in him, and it's gonna be big. I mean, if Detail can get the win, if he wins the moto, he locks it up guaranteed, no matter where Luke finishes. So definitely the moto win. Look at that shot out of turn 1, take the lead back. But yeah, definitely the moto win is going to be something in his interest. It's going to be a lot easier to win this championship for him from the moto win than from second or third. Yeah, so definitely something that he's going to be fighting for in this moto. And that being said, it works both ways for both drivers. Of course, if either driver wins the moto, they'll lock up that championship. But when it's not a moto win, it gets a little more hairy. Green flag. Aggressive contact in the back early on in this green flag between Opix and Soul. And look at this. Potentially a 3-way battle for the lead opening up, and it's Detail, Turkey, and Luke. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Save it. Nice job out of Armada there. Does end up saving it. And he just got caught up on Luke's momentum right there and, like, wasn't ready for it. That was super unfortunate out of Armada right there. Definitely not what he was trying to do, and, you know, I don't really think it was his fault either, but just kind of a racing incident on that one. You're sliding up on somebody that's coming out of the outside at like 1,000 miles an hour, and you're like losing speed as you're sliding up from the inside. It's just what happens sometimes. You know, obviously if Luke swiped down super hard, it would have been pretty aggressive, but it didn't really look like that. It looked like Armada just got caught in the wave on that one, which does tend to happen as the 3-wide battle for the lead is heating up. Oh, look at that run to the outside. And Turkey is just forcing Luke all over the place. not making it easy for him, and now Detail's fallen back a little bit. It's now the Turkey and Luke battle for the lead yet again, which we saw quite a lot. Oh! And Turkey forces him too far down and takes Luke out in the middle of the race here, and that is potentially huge for what is going on in our points battle. Turkey shot pulling a Latifi potentially at this point, and he actually gives up the spot for that one because of how cheesy that crash was. Green flag. But that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Turkey can work it back here quickly. And he does. It effectively neutralizes that anyways, because Luke's going to go back to 4th here pretty early on. Turkey's going to go back to the lead. Oh my god. And look at this. Look at all these guys, like 4 wide. We have, Soul not too far behind here. Turkey's in the lead. Turkey's kind of checked out at this point, but as far as for everybody else, I mean, this is anybody's game. Look at this crossover, out of detail crossover on, like, the entire field, and gets back to Luke, which is who he needs to be battling with. Oh, it's going to be close in Armada here. He's got to get by Armada. And again, if Detail doesn't win the race, he's gonna need a driver between him and Luke. If Luke's behind him, then Luke's gonna win the championship. So Detail either needs to take that Moto win or hope that a driver can finish between him and Luke here, if he can finish in front of him in the first place. It's close off the corner. Wow, that was super close between Armada and Luke. And Luke's able to carry the momentum, and Armada's going to follow suit. Opix trying to catch back up in the back here, and it's Soul and Detail having a pretty good battle. And look at Detail utilize that momentum, shoot out of turn 1. And that's what I was saying, that turn 1 momentum is crazy. You get so much right there, and I think a lot of the drivers really underrate it, and I think still underrate it. I think in practice they're underrating it, and I think they still are during the race. You get so much momentum on that outside in turn 1, and yes, the track position is important, and obviously when you're in a battle it's different, but man, oh man, you get so much speed here. And just look at Luke pull up to the bumper of Soul after being 4 or 5 goose lengths behind. It's ridiculous. It's like you have Nas. So yeah, I think a lot of drivers, even at this point in the Moto, are still underrating this outside. And look at that, like Soul gets close to him, but Detail just shoots out of the cannon. And if you're Detail, you want Soul to try to bring this fight back with Luke here. He kind of needs it if he can't catch up to Turkey. So he's really hoping that Soul can make something happen, and Soul goes for it, and he keeps the momentum. He steals the momentum there from Luke. So maybe this could be big for Detail here if Soul can clutch up. And remember, Soul is going for his own points battle. So yeah, like, you don't want to cheese the lead battle, but he's going for his own. But unfortunately, he spins the tires there, and that's going to lose that out for Soul. So now, coming to the close of this race, there's not a lot of laps remaining. We're getting close to like 7 or 8 to go right now. At this point, Detail needs to catch up to Turkey, and he needs to take it. That's how he needs to take this. If he doesn't do it, it's looking very unlikely, unless there's a caution, that backpack is going to catch up to Luke in 3rd here, and Luke can just vibe out in 3rd here, unless Detail starts to make that lead battle a thing. So this is a very interesting situation that we're in here, and again, we have the total wild card in front. Turkey shot. He doesn't give a crap about any of that. He's fighting for his own points battle here. He's actually in a great position, like we were talking about earlier. Turkey needs to win. He needs Soul and Armada to finish back there. Well, look at that. Soul and Armada are battling back there. Turkey's fighting for the win. This is exactly what he needs to fight for his podium spot. So he doesn't care about this. He's looking for his own finish in the grand finals. But look at this. Detail's got the momentum as we're coming to 4 to go. And he's going to take the lead here at the right moment in the race, but he needs to hold on to it. The slide job on Turkey, but look at this. Luke comes up with the momentum, and he's still in this fight too. Oh, and look at that slide move out of Turkey. Could be move of the race, but Luke's coming up on the outside as well. This is ridiculous. Look at this lead battle that we've got on our hands at this point. This is absolutely absurd. And Turkey switches it back again on Detail. Does not want to give up on this fight as we hit the line. 2 to go. 2 more laps. Oh, that aggressive contact! And Luke's going to send it after that. And Detail actually does recover pretty well, but again, he needs the Moto win at this point, and I think that might be it out of his grasp at this point. All he can do is hold on to this from Luke, and that is unfortunate. You could tell he was going for that epic momentum shot, but just was not able to angle it perfectly. Here we go, but Luke's going to try to take it the right way to the line, and it was really close at the photo finish. Turkey will take the Moto win for sure. And we'll have to see where Soul and Armada and everybody else finished in the back. It looks like Soul will take 4th and potentially the overall there. Armada 5th, Opix 6th. Man, what a finish What a finish to our grand finals. And again, the decisive moment in that moto right there. Detail needed to get that momentum on Turkey outside of turn 1. When he slammed into the back of them, that was literally it. That was the decisive moment of the moto right there. And it's going to be close across the line, but Detail does hold on to that second place. But again, at this point, all Luke needed to do was hold on to the position next to him, and he was good to go. So it's not going to affect the points battle there. It would have put more of a gap, but not going to do anything there. But let's go for a replay on that move from Turkey because, well, Turkey had... Honestly, Turkey deserved this moto win. He had multiple great moves in the battle with these guys late in the race. I gotta hand it to him. Absolutely deserved this moto win. Did he have the pace that Luke and Detail had, like the straight up pace? No, maybe not. But he still did a good job of, you know, getting the lead, maintaining the lead, and then when he got challenged for the lead, holding on to it, and knowing how to handle a battle in World of Outlaws. So it was still a really, really well-ran moto out of Turkey and a deserved moto win. And potentially a moto win that puts him up to 3rd in points. We'll have to take a look at that and see how those tiebreakers work out. That was huge for him. Potentially redeems his points finish. But yeah, that was a big move right there. Right there, that was one of the decisive moves of this championship right there. And it's crazy how big of a role Turkey played in it, right? Luke and Detail going for it, but Turkey played a massive role in this final battle. And that is how it works out sometimes. Yeah, as you can see, Detail pulling it up here. But then this is just a great move from Turkey here. Absolutely sends it to the inside. Just a total send, total trust that he's going to get in front of Detail there. And look at how he does it. That was crazy as we go to 3 to go. And this is where it gets interesting for Detail because you're like, man, I want to get by Turkey here, but I got Luke to worry about too. Like, this is getting really weird. And he makes a really nice move right there. That's a great move out of Detail. But look at this. Turkey does the exact same thing. Yet again, a really hard move to pull off. But he does it twice in a row. And this right here, this is it. Decisive moment of the race right here. Turkey, instead of sending it super far down, I think he does this on purpose. He actually runs the middle so he can more quickly slide it back up. And I think Detail knew this was coming, but it was just a little too late. He just could not adjust in time. And yeah, just an epic block pass from Turkey. And that was massive. You know, even if Luke doesn't get the spot on Detail in the end, that block pass was absolutely massive. And then at the end here, you know, Detail, you're just hoping to, you know, fight for whatever position and hope something cheesy happens to Luke at the end here. And he does a good job of holding on to this second place. Really close at the end, but he does end up taking it by just a hair. That outside momentum ended up pulling off, or pulling off for him. Luke decided to try to run it to the inside. It did not work out in that case. That outside momentum paid off. There we go. And yeah, Turkey taking the win. Turkey taking the win for that moto. What a race. What a race.
Lap complete.
Soul Armada. Opix. Across the line one more time. Well, how about that? Turkey Shot takes the win for the season closer last moto of the grand finals. We'll get you guys with the recap here in a moment or in a different video. Yeah, I'll probably do a different video for it. But as far as this one goes, it's going to be Luke taking the grand finals for this World of Outlaw Season 4, and Detail taking second. But third, fourth, fifth, I got to figure all that out. That's a toss-up. It's super close between them. I know Soul will finish in front of Ramda, but where does Turkey end up in all of it? I don't know. With taking this moto, I got to figure it out. So I'm going to get on that. But as far as this moto goes, that's the results for this one. Top 3 podium was Turkey, Detail, then Luke. And Luke and Detail are going to take top 2 for the grand finals. The rest of it we'll have to figure out in the recap. See you guys there.